Good day, sanibonani ninjani? My name is Umpumelelo Kamshengo Shabalala Uchakuto ngalamavuso amavuso amhlophe ofisela nakuba kuyena. So on today's episode, guys, I'm spending a day in Changzhou. Yeah, I'm spending a day there. It's a 2 hour drive from Suzhou, which is where I live. And the reason CIA Hangzhou Changzhou is angidida lezi ndawo, but then yeah, I'll just write on the screen the actual location. It's quite a famous city here in China, especially for foreigners. So I know there are a lot of foreigners who work and live here. And so yeah, guys, before we go further, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, and just a glimpse of some good news. On Wednesday, as I'm making this video, it's on Thursday. So on Wednesday morning, I had the opportunity to be called on Gagasi FM. Gagasi FM is a big radio station from KZN, specifically Durban. So I was just called to be asked about the life experience in China. So I believe we would say ngaphandle kwenu guys, I wouldn't have reached the person that ngimreachie or reach here on my page to be able to invite me ubhuti uMbambo lapha uKhulekani. So he was the one who invited me on his show lapha bakhuluma khona with international with people from South Africa working internationally. So yeah, I was just explaining impilo China, basically the food, cultural shocks, and maybe some of the experiences, and also because there is this trending video in Zagalaya, so they kind of asked Duguti, how's the whole setup when it comes to China, and Sisaglo video nje managed just share something as Sisabuga, this lovely city. I might just share something when it comes to maybe the setup of working in China. So ngingasho ukuthi culturally ama-China and maybe Western people in South Africa are different in a way. Lana kune hierarchy yabo, and the hierarchy is very visible. So it's like uprincipally for everyone. It's like principally no deputy. Who deputy has to bow to the principally. The head teacher has to bow to the deputy and the principal, and the lead teacher or the grade banban has to bow to the one above. Not necessarily bow, but they do give respect to those people based on their positions, and it's very visible, like China. So when it comes to us, some foreigners, sometimes we don't take those things as a norm. For instance, in South Africa, it's like you can joke around with the principal, you can say other things, you can dispute his yabo. But sometimes, even if Bezosi do something and you're like, hey, this is not on the contract, you some of the teachers, they'll be like, hey, they'll be shocked with reaction yakho because kubona it's like hey bro, the boss said this yabo. So culturally kuhlukile in a sense, and so these are some of the challenges esiwafaceayo noma afacwa ama-South Africans or any other teachers from across the world who come and work into China. And you wouldn't necessarily blame China in a way, because i-culture yabo yabo nangendlela i-setup yabo, um, the whole culture and the whole setting of China is based kanjalo yabo, from top up kuya phansi yabo. It's like nje kune hierarchy very visible, and that's how they are yabo. What else can I say about the situation? Thina-ke as South Africans, or even abilungu, it's like we are able to challenge ezinye izinto, but then to be honest, I wouldn't say China is fully bad when it comes to maybe schools and how they treat teachers, because I've worked for schools that treated us in a good way. For instance, even during the COVID, some schools were cutting like my salaries, paying people and not paying people. Some people were actually fired from schools during COVID, which was kind of a valid reason. But then, kubanzima, if we're foreigner and you're in a foreign country and you're working and you kind of like need the money to sustain yourself, but then you face yourself in that situation. But get me for the school I worked during COVID, they paid us our salary. The only thing they took my bonus and so on, which was understandable, but the salary nje babesinika. And also I had friends who during COVID lost their jobs. They had to change schools. Abanye had to sit for 3 4 months without a job because it's called a and so on. So I'm just trying to give you a picture ukuthi as much as some schools can be bad, ezinye ziba right yabo. Which is the same situation in South Africa. In South Africa, othisha abanye bayaloywa, abanye baxabana, othisha bazwana e-staff room, ne-management kunosathu. E-South Africa kwesiye ngoba phela no-principal badutshulela imali. So yabona le ndlela ngizama yabo kuyichaza in a way ukuthi akumele abantu who are still planning maybe to come here beyithathe le nto begamele yabo in a way. But into eyenzakale kuloya sisi is very wrong, and I hope ethole justice ukuthi I haven't followed the case ukuthi kwenzakalani because it also touched me, and to be honest I couldn't even carry on watching videos. Like I just saw the first few minutes ekhuluma, and because it annoys me yabo just to know ukuthi umuntu wesilisa ushaya umuntu wesifazane, it just pisses me off. So to maybe ease myself I decide ukuthi angifuni nokuyibuka le nto because ngiyazi izongicasula. And again ngizwe the video I think inside the actual classroom or lapha bebe-meeting khona. Nakhona I couldn't finish it because I knew ukuthi it's gonna get to le part engafuni ukuyizwa yabo. So leyo nto-ke iyangicasula when you have abantu besilisa touching abantu besifazane, which is fully wrong. And I do hope ukuthi mhlampe uyitholile i-justice in a way. I'm not sure noma usala e-China noma uhambile and so on, but then yeah, I just hope ukuthi konke kumhambela kahle. Nanokuthi mhlampe he got some sort of justice kule nto eyenzakale because it's not right by all means. But then yeah guys, bekushubile nje isimo sishubile eChina and in the South African media also because people are asking questions. How's the situation? And also on the Facebook pages and so on, people are posting, "Oh, I just got to China 1 month saying yakoshwa because of this and because of that." So sometimes abanye bafika besebenze kahle, have no stories. They enjoy their stay in China. They enjoy their schools. So I just want to maybe highlight these things. Ukuthi, yes, there are challenges, but there are also futhi good stories for other people. So, like in any other country, kuba nama ups and downs in the education system, and also in South Africa we have our issues and so on. So it's just angazi noma ngizothi mhlampe impilo injalo ukuthi abanye kuzoba nabantu ababi phakathi kubantu abahle, and maybe labo bantu abawu-2 noma abawu-3 ababi, they're gonna ruin things for the majority, or they're gonna give a bad picture for other people. So impilo injalo-ke nabantu banjalo in general as they live together. But then sengiconclude nje on this matter ngihlezi ngithi uma umu-Africa you are fully happy uma ukwakho ukuyini yabo. So with the traveling and being around in various countries and even here in China, deep down I do know ukuthi ukuba fully free kahle kahle nokuba happy kwami kuba khona mangisekhaya. Yabo mangise-South Africa I'm flipping happy in every way. Noma ngaba nginamali noma ngabe kunjani, I'm still happy because I'm at home. So there's nothing like home ekugcineni. So yeah, the only reason we are here, we're just here for the money, get the bag, sort izinto, and then go back at home. So if you're still planning ukuza la China, do put these things into consideration and do understand ukuthi there are good things and sometimes there are bad things. So it's not highly romantic as we post mhlambe Facebook, as we post go Twitter, as we post go Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. So it's all we're enjoying, we're traveling, we have money to go to Thailand, we have money to go Singapore, Hong Kong. We're traveling the world. We're even going to Europe because even my flights from China going to these places, it's a bit cheaper, and we are able to do it because we are getting good money. But in all that, guys, let's get back to the video. Lana ke bengise Changzhou. Yeah, ngiyabona lana. This is the part where ngidlula the electric charging station for the cars. I'd love to do maybe some few videos about e-motor in China and especially electric cars. As you can see, it's a norm here in China to have like charging stations just outside the mall, outside the street, everywhere. And also for our motorbikes because there's a lot of electric motorbikes. So Nakona, there's like various charging stations in different places, including Amamon. Just on the side note, Moto, China do has a vast majority of different electric cars. Some are made here in China. Cars like Buick, is either by a hybrid, cars like e-bike and so on. So the Xpeng, Neo, do check those cars out if you are someone who's interested in cars. But then yeah, the reason why Bengilana came to watch this movie and another thing, sisakhuluma ngama movie, why are Korean and Chinese movies so perfect and well acted compared to some of the South Africans movies or some of the, especially I'll talk about South African movies. Acting bafethu agikho happy nge-acting yabanye abantu, even nako America and so on. I think uma ngibuka like the actors from these K dramas, and maybe that's one of the reason why K drama is like popular now around the world. Even South Africans are watching a K drama, even though they don't understand anything about show, but they are binging on a K drama or the Chinese and Asian dramas because their acting is so good. Ubuka ngisho body language, the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they speak, the facial expressions is like lenta ngazi bayifunde phi, yabo. When you go back to South Africa, it's more like ish, yabo nje. Uma ubuka ilembe, yabo kunama-acts ubona ngathi hhayi lo uthathwe ngobuhle lo. Even presenters kuma TV shows, some of them are just people abathathwe ngoba be-famous, looking good and beautiful, and then they say present a serious TV show and so on. So kunalo crisis kwi-media in a way. But then yeah, that's a story for another day, guys. Lana bengisemoli because the reason why I was here, I was just ngihamba nomogelo bezoluka. So women in here, I ended up staying here for like 5 6 hours, probably 8 hours, and I was so annoyed. And sifike ngo 9 ekuseni, and we had to leave Hangzhou like ngabo 9 ebusuku because we took the fast train back to Esujo. So we arrived in 11, which was on a Sunday. Lokho-ke nje kungiqedile umoya. But then yeah, I watched the movie. I then went to Starbucks, did some studying as I'm currently doing some short course, and then wangiqeda ukustadisha, obviously Starbucks, it's a Sunday, there were a lot of kids. Ukuthi angiyena kulo muntu ozothi, let's take a photo. But see, I was just studying at Starbucks, and then some parents came with their kids, busy hippie yabo, and then ended up talking English. Ugcina usuyifundisa-ke iy'ngane yabo. Sebecela ukukushutha-ke, you become a celebrity-ke lapho usuhleli yahleka, ngisakwazi nokufunda. So those are some of the things in China ukuthi nje sometimes you're just not gonna have your own space. Bazoba because they just have that excitement to go, oh wow, foreigner, it's probably an English teacher. And then they're gonna send their child to go say hello, yabo, speak English, khuluma notish, khuluma isingisi and so on. But then yeah. So yeah, guys, this is me just studying the Starbucks, as I was saying, and then enjoyed some cappuccinos. As you can see, I ended up ordering like 2 cups because in Italy for like 4 hours Starbucks. And then yeah, this is McDonald's at the Changzhou train station. We went there just to take the fast train because we also thought it was going to be faster to reach Isuju. By the way, guys, when it comes to the transportation system in China, they have one of the best transportation systems. This is just a train station, and the fast train liner in China can go up to 300 kilometers per hour. So that's nothing compared. Nothing I'm trying to say, a Golf 7, a Golf 8 has no capacity to match the speed of these trains in any way. So they are very, very fast when it comes to the speed and also reaching the destination that you are going to. Because when we took Imoto, because we came with Didi in the morning, we probably drove for like 1 hour and 40 to 50 minutes. But then going back the same route, go be like 30 minutes, and then we are already Isujo. So then yeah, another thing, when you look at these train stations, Nomangaba subway stations, they are very, very modern and developed. As you can see how big it is, it probably looks like an airport. Kuna country anama airport anje. If you look at the space, the size, and so on. And from the railway systems I've seen, or the stations I've seen here in China, this one is probably one of the smallest train stations that I've seen Konalai China, but yet it's also big at the same time because it's very busy, and you can't do that here, but when it comes to infrastructure and so on. So this is just something we just look at the development of this country and look at the things that I've done, and also comparing Ihangzhou station to Isujo, the main station, because Unama stations Isujo, there's like three stations I think, yeah, in Suzhou, because there's one in I can't remember which one is that. So yeah, guys, the train that we ended up boarding, this is the train, and and we couldn't find a seats. We ended up standing, so it was like, oh man, pretty quiet versus 200 and something that we paid while using Udidi, which is Uber this side. We just thought, okay, it's fine, we'll stand, as you can see. So njengoba nibona guys, outside, and the speed of this thing, fast forward angalutho, it's just a normal camera, but you can see this thing is flying across the streets, especially Mauzudlula, something closer to the train, or another train passing. So one was, hey, this thing is really, really fast, eh? But then yeah, we stood here for just 30 minutes, and then we got off at the next station, Ebuwi Sujo. We passed 2 stations from Hangzhou. It was in Wuxi. Wuxi is another very, very well-known city here in China. There's also Wuxi University with a lot of foreign students. So yeah, people love going to Wuxi. Also because it's close to Osujo and also close to Shanghai, which are like the destinations for my tourists here in the province of Jiangsu, China. But then yeah, this is the Suzhou station. We're gonna get Udidi, and then we're gonna request back at home. Obviously, but then yeah, guys, please do remember to like, subscribe, comment, and say anything. I will be uploading this video on a Friday, the last Friday of the month of October, and I'm gonna upload Anye on Saturday, and I'm gonna upload Anye on Sunday. So no weekend, I'm gonna give you 3 videos. The reason for that, if only the phone with some of the videos. So I recently got it back at the police station in Bujiang, where I traveled. We will land the phone. So that's another story for another day. Thank you. Danko.